to the cloud. There we go.
To the cloud.
Hi guys, it is August 24th. Can you believe it's almost September? Wow.
No.
And tonight we are going to be talking about finding leaders for your business. And this topic, I know like so many times we want like just like a one to two sentence answer as to what we need to do to find leaders, like poof, magic, here you go. and that's so not true. So I listened to a few different like trainings on this from like different top coaches and kind of compiled my own thoughts and threw it all together, and so hopefully it makes sense. But it's kind of so the thing is that we don't find leaders. They don't just show up on our doorstep. It starts with us. It starts with what we're doing. We have to be on the path towards becoming the person that we need to become first. So that's doing the vitals. That's taking care of yourself. That's doing personal development. That's all of that stuff that we do to take care of ourselves, like eating healthy. And also we have to know why we're doing this, and have an unshakable belief and a vision for your future, because if we don't have that, then how are we going to even attract those types of leaders to us? Like, they won't even know what we're doing if we don't know why we're doing it. So I'm going to talk a lot about that, but we have to get our own results, then help others get results, and then find other people that want to help others too, and then not let our fear get in the way. I think we get nervous about recruiting because we focus more on ourselves and how we're going to feel, when in reality, even though this whole process starts with us, it's not about us. We have to take the focus off of ourselves and realize that they're not gonna, we have to just get over our fear of what they're gonna say and what they're gonna think and what other people are gonna think, and just take the focus off of ourselves because that just takes the pressure off immensely. So in this call, I'm going to be diving deeper into 5 things, and these will build a solid foundation in your business and start attracting your people to you, your tribe, because that's what you want. And those people will become your leaders, because you'll just grow together. And I'll just read them really quick. So number 1, a strong belief in yourself, the products, and this business. Number 2, a reason why you want to build this business. Number 3, developing your brand, who you are. Number 4, a strong commitment. And number 5, staying coachable. So that it starts you. That's kind of it's the scariest. Oh, it's saying my internet connection is unstable. Am I okay? Yeah, you can still hear me? Okay. So that is to me, that's the scariest, but also the most exciting part of this business, because we are 100% responsible for our own success or failure. Not that we ever fail. It's all a learning experience, but we get to choose whether we're going to show up for our business or not. So we have to start protecting what goes inside our head and what's going on inside of our head. Start protecting and molding your mindset, and most likely you're going to have to retrain your brain, especially if you're a newer coach, because you're just not used to thinking this way, and it's different. And so that means daily personal development. That means focusing on affirmations and repeating them to yourself every single day, because we've talked about it before. Our brains are lazy, and we have to tell our brains what to do. And it also comes down to like the people that you allow into your life, the TV shows, the books you read, your environment. Everything is going into your brain, and so you have to protect that. People pick up on your energy, your belief, and your excitement, And your posture and how you carry yourself is so important. Your confidence, your words and attitude, and how you portray yourself on social media will either help people feel confident with you and trust you, or they will plant seeds of doubt. And so that's why it's so important to always look at your social media as your storefront, your magazine cover, whatever you want to think of it as. I don't post anything about politics unless it's something like, no, I don't post anything about politics at all. Anything that's gonna like alienate people or start like anything that's negative, I just stay far away from that, because we're here to be a light to people and to bring positive. So anything other than that, I just do not share at all. I can share it with my family or like my closest friends. I just don't put that stuff on my social media. So back to what I was saying about how we can either plant seeds of doubt with people with what we post, or confidence and how they're gonna trust us. If you also, it comes down to belief in yourself. So if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect others to? So your attitude, energy, and excitement is also a direct reflection of what your team is going to feel. And not just your team, but the people in your challenge groups, the people around you, the people following you on social media, in your sphere of influence, at your work, the people that are watching you. You have to remember that you are your greatest business asset. And so personal development is number one. You cannot ignore that vital behavior. Any goal that you have, kind of moving on from that sort of, but any goal that you have begins with a decision. And I think it's so cool that we have, it's too bad that she's not on the call, but like Crystal, who literally made a decision 2 months ago that she was going to hit diamond, and she did it this last week. And so any goal that you have starts with just simply making the decision. You get to decide what you want to do. And once you do decide that, it's like you're giving yourself permission to go for it. So you're telling your brain that this is what we're doing. So stop talking about going to that conference, buy the ticket, book the plane ticket, figure out the how afterwards. So if you're thinking about Summit, just do it. Decide that you're going to go emerald or diamond and set a goal for it, set a timeline in your business. And once you do, the universe it starts to line stuff up for you because you have made the decision. Brendon Burchard says that you're not going to find something new, you're going to decide something new. So not just that, though, you have to have a game plan. So once you decide, you have to figure out what your action steps are and just start taking massive action to get you there. And your upline can help with that. So next is belief in the products and the company. Have you ever sat down to write out why you love these products and why you love the business? I would challenge you to do it tonight or sometime in the next few days. Just grab a piece of paper, and I just did this tonight. I've done it in the past, but grab a piece of paper and split the page in half and just start listing reasons for each. So write why I love the products in big bold letters at the top. I wrote down, I finally found something that works for me. Working out at home, the convenience of it, time saver. Don't have to look clueless at the gym. I hated that. Like walking around in the free weight section, not knowing what to do. And then Shakeology helps with cravings, and I get the nutrition that I need. And then on the other side of the piece of paper, and keep writing, like those were just a few that I came up with, but why I love the business. And this one was a lot longer, but I love my tribe, my community of people, being surrounded by positive and amazing people. I am my own boss. I am the one in charge of my success. I don't have to rely on a boss to tell me that I'm gonna get a raise, at least just because we were talking about that, or ask for time off. The work is fulfilling and it brings me like joy. I love it. It's part-time hours. I can do it when I want. I work with people I love. I make my own schedule. My paychecks are a reflection of the number of people that I help. There's limitless potential. I'm in the best shape of my life. And that's all. And last one was don't have to ask for time off, but I said that one. Don't skip this step. It's so important to know why you love the products and why you love the business. Because those things like are the things that you're going to take and post about on your social media. So moving on to number 2, which is you need a strong reason as to why you want to build this business. Oh, I wanted to say one more thing that I totally forgot to even write down about building a belief in the products, and that is following a program from start to finish. Always. Like, I know it's so easy to jump around, and it's okay to do that for like a week or 2 weeks or something, but you have to be following a program so that you can show people that they work. I think that builds belief in yourself in and of itself. So moving on, you need a strong reason as to why you want to build this business. Your vibe truly does attract your tribe. It's true. So you better know damn well why you're here. And if you don't, you need to just take a step, I think you could come up with some reasons if you don't know why you're here and why you're wanting to build this business. Get clarity behind this, because you need to be talking about this on social media, plain and simple. This is the driving force behind your business, and you need to be passionate and excited about it. I think what's the phrase that your why needs to make you cry. And it has changed for me over the years. And it's kind of funny how when you are listening to like other coaches talk about their stories and hearing just like different stories, what kind of resonates the most with you. And for me lately, it's been any story or any like thought that I get of like getting to see my team, my friends be able to leave their jobs and stay home with their babies. And I just get like goosebumps and I get all teary just like thinking about that and being able to see you guys do that. And so that's kind of my why right now, is to help you guys achieve that if that's your goal. It could be as little as like finding financial freedom as well, like any kind of freedom that you can find in your life, anything that's weighing you down. That's what gets me excited. So think about that and get clarity behind it. Passion is more attractive than success. And I have no idea who said that, but it's so true. You don't need to be making $1 million in this business to be successful or to inspire others or to feel successful or even to get people to join you. You just have to be passionate about why you're here and why you're doing this. If people can feel your excitement and passion, they will be drawn to you like a moth to a flame. They'll want whatever Kool-Aid you're drinking. And I am more than okay to tell people that I drank the Beachbody Kool-Aid because it's changed my life. And be proud that this is what we get to do every single day. Your desire for your why has to be greater than your fears. And it'll, like I said, it'll change over time, and be okay and open to that. But your why, like I said, is your driving force behind your business. Mine started as just wanting to help people feel as good as I did. And then that turned into more of a purpose for me once I learned what was possible. So my why grew from bringing Dan home from his job to bringing myself home from my job, to grow our income, to help our team get financial freedom and more time with their families. But the quote that I always have to have at the forefront of my mind is the Zig Ziglar quote. He says, "You will get everything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want." And that, I think, just like encompasses everything that we do. It's so, so true. It has to start, like your business has to start with serving others and helping them reach their goals. But your why, your goals have to be clear and also have to be big enough to get you taking action and to keep taking that action. Because like the work, where the work is, the consistency, it's not glamorous. It's sitting down and it's fun because we get to connect with people, but it's the unsexy stuff that is happening behind the scenes that is what is going to truly grow your business. So a few thought-provoking questions that might help you come up with your why. What is so compelling in your future that will make you sacrifice things now and keep you going? Number 2, what will a successful business do for your life, your family, and your lifestyle? When you know without a doubt that what you want and why you want it and how you want to feel, that will propel you past all the rejection and disappointment that we go through and keep you going even through all the successes and exciting things too, because it's very easy to get complacent as well. The next piece that's extremely important is to get clear about your story. So digging deeper into who you are and how you feel and why Beachbody has helped you. So a couple questions, once again, if you haven't done this, and I posted this in our team page a couple weeks ago. Who am I and where have I been? What's happened in my life to cause me to look for something more? How did I hear about Beachbody and why did I need to be a part of it? And then lastly, what is it going to do for me? What is it doing for me, and what is it going to do for me in the future? So mine, I was tied to a 9-to-5 corporate job that didn't give me the freedom that I longed for. I knew that I would love to be a stay-at-home mom so I could be present and available, but I also knew that I wanted to make a difference, to make an impact. I ended up tired and out of shape, and I found insanity, and I did it on my own for about 6 months before a friend told me about coaching. I had to be a part of it because I already loved the workouts and wanted to help others. At the time, I didn't even view this as a way to get the freedom that I wanted. It was fun and fulfilling, and I was helping people. So what is it doing for me, or what is it going to do for me? It's given me freedom and time, a flexible schedule to pick who I want to work with, I want to work, when I want to work. It's helped me grow myself, push myself, believe in myself, but even more so, it's helped change other people's lives. It's helped them change their habits, their thoughts, their beliefs. We are building a family of other amazing, driven, positive people. So, I mean, that took me literally like 10 minutes to write out. And it's amazing when you put it on paper, and you can go back and read it, how it just solidifies it with you. So be super specific. And also remember that this is the stuff that you're going to be sharing on your social media to attract those people to you that want those same things. But you're not, let me see, I skipped a part. Oh, maybe I didn't. But you're not just going to word vomit like in one post. You have to be breadcrumbing all of these little parts of your life. It truly is like we are storytellers, and stories sell way better than just sharing like Shakeology has all of these superfood ingredients. Like people want to know why you're using it, what it has done for you, specifics. And so the next part is developing your brand. And honestly, your brand is simply you. Being your authentic self, unapologetically, being willing to be vulnerable and open about your struggles, what makes you happy, what makes you angry, what lights you up. So I have a few more questions that I found, and these were from the call that Ruth Schroner did for Janelle. That call was so good. So if you haven't watched that, go to Janelle's, and we have a whole nother like access to some more trainings. If you guys don't know this, it's on Janelle Summers' website. It's janellesummers.com, and the login, the password is just Team Hardcore, I think. I have no, do you know what it is, Ellie?
That's the username and the
Okay.
password fitness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Team Hardcore Fitness.
Okay. It's saved in our Evernote site, but I never know if people know it's there. But you can go there and find all of Janelle's calls and utilize those trainings too. But I loved these questions because it helps you figure out more about yourself and how you can share these things on your social media so that you're not like, we don't want to just be Beachbody billboards. There needs to be something more than that. And I know you guys are so great at this, but more so for new coaches that are jumping on and not wanting their friends and family to get annoyed with them. It's hard to convince people that they don't have to post only about Beachbody. And like, do you see what we're posting? Like, we don't post solely about Beachbody, and we rarely do. It's just sharing your life and being you. So that's your brand. And so these questions, these are the things that make you who you are. And like I said, you need to be sharing about these things. So there's 7 questions. And maybe I'll read them slow and you can just kind of think about it and jot down notes if you're able to take notes. But what are your hobbies or your favorite pastimes? What are your real favorite foods? Not just salads, but like the donuts. And, number 3, how are you doing in your own fitness journey right now? Number 4, do you love working out? And explain. Number 5, do you love eating healthy? And explain. And I love that we can be honest about that. Like, we don't have to be perfect billboards. People need to know and relate to us. That's why we have to share this stuff. Number 6, remember a time that you accomplished something in your workout that you didn't think you could do, or in life, or anything. How did it make you feel? How did you push through to have this breakthrough? I just did 35-pound squats or lunges in each hand. I was like, but you have to work your way up to that. Number 7, remember a time when you felt like a failure, ugly, unsuccessful, missed a goal, had a huge cheat meal. How did it make you feel? How did you come back from this moment? How did you learn and grow from it? Number 8, I think I said there were 7 questions, but there's actually 9. Number 8, remember a time that you felt beautiful. How did it feel? What made you feel this way? And 9, remember a time that you were proud of yourself. Why were you proud? How did you get to this point? And what challenges did you push through to get there? If you can get super specific and clear on who you are, and all of those things like make up little bits and pieces of who you are, the characteristics of the type of the person and the characteristics of the type of the person you're searching for, maybe even creating a visual for that person. I know you guys have all heard of like creating your avatar. What do they look like? Like, list out like all of their favorite things. Something that you can focus on every single day as you're posting. All of your posts should relate to or help this person that you're thinking of. A lot of people say that you should be speaking to the person that you were before you found Beachbody. Think of that person. Like, what does she need? What did you need? So those are the things that are going to attract people to you, that are just like you, that need exactly what you needed, and those people will become your leaders. Maybe not all of them, but it'll also help you see what you're not about and what you don't want to be posting about. So for example, some people, when they're posting about their challenge groups, they call them things like get a smoking hot booty, or doing things like getting skinny for the summer types of challenges. And like, if I think about me, that's not me. Like, if I posted something like that, our followers would be like, okay, see you later. Because you have to be you. You have to be like, it works so great for other coaches, and it attracts their types of people, like the people that they want. But so I'm not going to be posting that way, but it's totally fine for someone else if that's them and that's who they are. It's not wrong to want to smoke on hot booty either. So it's just our like motto, and what we always talk about is like building healthy habits and creating a lifestyle. And it might be funny to do that and see what actually would happen. But so what type of person are you searching for? Who is your ideal customer or coach? Write down like 10 to 12 characteristics about them. And that's what I did a long time ago. Someone that's passionate, bold, has integrity, is authentic, is fun, resilient, confident, empowered, whatever. Sit down and think about the person, that like the characteristics of the person that you want to come into your groups and you want to join you. After you write them down, ask yourself, am I displaying these things in my daily life? Will your ideal coach even want to join you? So if you do find someone that has those things, are you being those things? And I think that's a really good gut check. And if any of the things that you write down don't, like, you're struggling with, or you don't embody them, focus your personal development on those things. And then number 3, having a strong commitment. So how is your commitment lately? Are you focused every day on helping others and growing your business? Are you doing the daily things to grow your business? Or is this something that you just do when you have time? There's nothing wrong with that if you're just wanting to do this as a hobby. But if you're wanting to build an income with this, you have to treat it like a business and commit to it. Your commitment and your focus directly ties to what your team is doing, or what they will do when you have a team. Are you committed to your workouts, to your power hours, to running groups every single month? So sometimes we have to ask ourselves the tough questions and do some self-evaluations of what we're doing, what we're not doing, what's working and what's not working. A really tough question that you have to ask yourself: if my team did what I did to grow my business today, would they be successful and grow? So at the end of every day, if you can sit down and ask yourself that, if what I did today, if someone else did, would their business grow? I think that's a really good gut check to make sure that you're committing and you're doing what needs to be done. What am I actually doing to grow my business? Am I hitting Success Club every month? Am I meeting, talking to, connecting to new people? Am I actually inviting? Am I waiting for people to come to me? What am I doing that's working for me? What am I doing that's not working? What personal development aha moments have I had recently? Am I doing my personal development? Stay committed and consistent, and be patient. Stay coachable. If you're not doing what your upline is telling you to do, or you're not getting on the trainings, I like the little kisses from Kayla's little voice. You won't grow, plain and simple. If you're not being coachable, if you're not taking action on what your coach is telling you to do, they want to help you and want to see you succeed, but you have to listen and then act. Taking action before you're ready is so important with this business and in life. Sometimes you just have to jump and figure it out on your way down. I know so many people just wait until they have it all figured out, and you just can't. So if you're waiting to start your team or invite people to coaching until you have everything figured out, I have to tell you, you won't ever do it, because you don't ever have it figured out. I still don't feel like I have it figured out. And you will, little by little, you will attract those people to you, and you will find those leaders just by you being an example. And it truly does just start with you. But lastly, something that seems so obvious, but I have to even remind myself to do it sometimes, is that we have to be talking about the business side. Seriously, when a lot of my coaches will come to me and say that they're struggling with starting their team or having people interested in the business opportunity, and then we go look at their social media and they haven't posted once about coaching and what it's done for them. And I think, so I even struggle with this sometimes, just forgetting to share. So if you're only talking about challenge groups, you're going to continue to only get challengers. That's why we have to talk about the business side of it. And that's why we have to like really have a strong vision of why we're doing this. And I think that's when, I mean, my business started to kind of grow, is when I really set a goal to talking more about this, about what the business has done for me and for our life. That was a couple of years ago. And I think I set a goal to talk about it like at least twice a week, if not more. And so put it in your calendar, put it on your phone, set an alarms, and just be on the lookout for inspiration, because like share every little success. Like, even if you're not making like a ton of money with it yet, that's totally okay. Share that you were able to pay for your groceries that week. Share that you were able to go to the movie without having to dip into your paycheck or your regular funds or whatever. Like, anything that you can think of to share and celebrate all of the little things that this business has done for you. It's a constant, like that book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. You're breadcrumbing why you're loving this. I love this because this business, because I love this business, because I love this business, because, and then you right hook, and then you invite to a sneak peek, or you let people know that we have a new coach boot camp coming up, or you simply just let them, I mean, a lot of times I don't even invite them to something, which is probably bad because we need to have a call to action. But like sometimes those little tiny breadcrumbs are what people need. They need to see things over and over and over again, because it takes like 7 times for someone to hear something before they act on it, or before it even like clicks in their brain. Oh, I could do that as a business? What? And you're like, I've been telling you this for like 2 years. But people just don't, sometimes they just don't get it. And so often, sometimes I feel like we're just not blunt enough either. With people, like there's people still now, they're like, oh, you guys do Beachbody? And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? But it goes back to like, not everyone is seeing your posts. And so if they're not seeing you talk about it, even though you might be talking about, stuff consistently, they just might not be seeing it on Facebook or Instagram. So I thought this was kind of funny. And lastly, before I wrap up, but this call, she was saying that, what's the number one reason that people join a network marketing business? And I was like, I don't know, to make some money. And the number one reason that people join a network marketing business is because someone asks them to. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's true. Most of the time, it's very rare that we have someone come to us and be like, hey, I'm interested in joining you. Let me sign up right now. Like, that's so rare. That's like 1 in 100. But so I kind of wrote up just a quick script, like, because we have to be asking people. Don't just rely on your posts either, but you have to be private messaging people. So I usually just say, hey friend, you are doing so amazing in our group. It's so fun to see you encouraging everyone else and giving them tips and tricks and sharing your recipes. This is kind of random, but I had to tell you that I think you'd be an incredible coach. Have you ever thought about doing this as a side gig? Or would you ever want to just learn more about what it's about? And wait for them to respond. So it's so simple. And it just tells them why you think they'd be good at it and asks if they want more info. Like if someone sent that to me, I'd be like, oh, sweet. You think I'd be a good coach? Like if I wasn't a coach already. And I'd be like, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll learn more about that. So So don't be afraid of this step. Sometimes we just have to close our eyes and hit send if that piece of it kind of terrifies you. I know Amber DeYoung, you do that sometimes. You have to close your eyes and hit send. And just do something that scares you. Reach out to the person that scares the crap out of you, but you think that they would be a great coach. But that's where the magic happens, and that's where the growth happens. And I know I said at the beginning, I know that everyone wants like one or two things to attract leaders to their business, or to attract people to join them, to attract business builders. But it's way more than that. It starts with us, and it's all wrapped up in our belief, our story, who we are, why we're doing this, what we're posting about. I think that's the biggest thing, is like, we have to believe it and understand it, and embody it. But if we're not sharing it, like, no one's going to know. So I think it's so important that we just get out of our own way and just start posting about it. Don't be annoying about it and post like 5 times a day, but be strategic with your posts and make sure that you're sharing about this at least like twice a week, sometimes maybe even more than that. But so that's all. I hope that kind of helped a little bit. But does anyone have any thoughts, any questions?
I'm laughing that you said that I close my eyes and send, because the National Wake Up Call last week, where she was saying like,
don't be a baby and hit send.
Well, but she said that she doesn't respond. Like she uses that kind of as part of her ploy. Like she comes back the next day and it's like, oh, sorry, I didn't respond. I was, too busy talking to my challengers or whatever,
Creating meal plans for people.
And I'm like, sweet, I can do that.
Uh-huh.
But I may or may not type up. I have 3 of them up right now. I have at least 1 more to do. I type everything up and like it's all ready to go. And then I go do whatever. And then right before I go to bed, I hit enter, and then I leave. Because I'm a big chicken butt, but I don't know. I don't stress about it when I go to sleep. And then in the morning, if there's a response, cool. And if there's not, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And it doesn't tempt you to respond right away either.
Right. But yeah. That's the new reason. The old reason was the chicken butt. Yeah. The new reason is it's now a strategy.
Yes, good. I liked the strategy, the 26 people, and I can't remember how she broke them up into categories, but that she does it all in one day, and then the next day she sends like 26, and then she do follow-ups the next day, and then she sends 26 more, and then so it's not like all, like, she's not trying to do it all at the same time, which is good.
I'm counting how many lines are in my notebook.
Probably 26.
Well, I use these ones.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more. How is it more?
I don't know. Kind of weird. Anything stand out to you guys? Anything that you want to add?
Will you post your questions? Those 9?
Yes, please.
From Ruth.
I want to take them on the plane.
I feel like a lot. Oh, those 9? Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, I only got 5 written down. Yeah, my page has 30.
Really long. 30 questions?
No, my page has 30.
Well, yeah, because oh, weird. The lines are small.
I shouldn't have counted.
College ruled, not wide.
Yep.
Wide.
Yep.
So I don't know if this was helpful or not. I feel like I didn't like, because it really does. It starts with us, and there's no one like specific formula to attract leaders to your business, or to attract the people that want to build a business. But I have found that the more that I talk about it, and also just the more that I don't know. Yeah, the more that I talk about it on my page and just show people what we do and why we do it, and what it's done for us, the more that people are seeing that, and that they can do it too. And it takes time for sure, but
I think since the last time we talked about this, what I don't know how to say this, but I think that almost like a transition occurred with myself
Yeah.
as far as doing what you said in like embodying the everything yourself.
Yeah.
And when that happens, like you said, like the passion is just like exudes and people pick up on it and they come to you.
Yeah.
And what I have found is that the people who fall in love with the process, which is something I've really been like stressing over and over in my challenge groups, as falling in love with the process and sticking to it and getting people to keep going. Those are the people that then get passionate and want to share. And
it's so true. I've noticed that too. Like we've had some really fun people in our challenge groups over the last couple of months, and they're all the ones that have become coaches or will become coaches in the next few months. So it's getting them into your group, showing them the culture and the passion and how awesome it is, and helping them get results, and then transitioning them. Like it's very rare that we find people outside of our challenge groups that want to do this. I think like we just had a coach sign up who literally found Dan randomly via his meal replacement blog and signed up, and she's going to be Emerald next week or something like that. Like it's just, that's like the first time that's ever happened in the 5 years of doing this. So I feel like the more that you do expand and like meet new people, it will happen more often, maybe. But yeah, it really just, it starts with you. Cool. Thanks for getting on, guys.
thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Oh wait, don't leave. I need to get a picture.
Are you gonna be in the picture? There. Now you can look at the camera.
Aw, my kids are sleeping. I hope. I think she might have just froze.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. No. Oh, no, she's back.
Now you're back. I was like, dang it, they're frozen. Okay, just smile big. 1, 2, 3. Nice. There we go.
You're in the picture.
Woohoo.
Cool. Have a great night and have a great weekend, you guys.
You.
And we'll chat soon.
See you later.
Bye now.